unfortunately, the head of the Florida GOP is somebody who likes to espouse those Christian values. You know, they're such good people. They're so on the right side of things. And his wife,
I hate family values,
is the head of Moms for Liberty.
Oh my God.
But without even explaining what the story's about.
Didn't they like have a threesome?
Yes, enjoy the video and we are going to comment.
No judgment, by the way.
Having sex with another woman in a threesome with her husband is not the issue. But when you claim the moral high ground and then you attack the moral integrity of others, the blatant hypocrisy of Mrs. Ziegler and how it reflects on the credibility of this board is a significant concern.
Rudolph Lusek is talking about this woman, Bridget Ziegler.
Know who their candidates are for school board, know where they stand, and hold them accountable.
She's a co-founder of the conservative group Moms for Liberty, and on Tuesday was asked to voluntarily resign from the Sarasota County School Board. Ziegler, a close ally of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, helped author Florida's parental rights and education law, dubbed by critics as the Don't Say Gay bill. Now, she's under intense criticism for a sex scandal involving her husband, Christian Ziegler, the chair of the Florida Republican Party, and a woman accusing him of rape.
Christian and Bridget Ziegler are moral crusaders who have become moral failures, not because they are in a non-traditional relationship, but because they baselessly accused LGBTQ Floridians in non-traditional relationships of immorality, sexual perversion, and deviance.
Bridget, our first ever interaction was when you retweeted a hate article about me from The Nationalist while I was a Sarasota County school student. You are a reminder that some people view politics as a service to others, while some view it as an opportunity for themselves. On this board, you have spent public funds that could have been used to increase teacher pay, to change our district lines for political gain, remove books from schools, target trans and queer children, erase Black history, and elevate your political career, all while sending your children to private schools because you do not believe in the public school system that you've been leading. My question is, why doesn't an elected official using our money to harm our students and our teachers for her gain seem to matter as much to us as her having a threesome does? Bridget Ziegler, you do not deserve to be on the Sarasota County School Board, but you do not deserve to be removed from it for having a threesome. That defeats the lesson we've been trying to teach you, which is that a politician's job is to serve their community, not to police personal lives. So, to be extra clear, Bridget, you deserve to be fired from your job because you are terrible at your job, not because you had sex with a woman.
I love him. Who is that?
Don't know,
need to, if anybody who knows who that, I love that kid. He was adorable. Very clear.
Talk about getting your point across.
Oh, I thought he was great. He was great. If that kid's out there, kudos.
And all the while, the sheer hypocrisy, and I've always maintained, I have said many times, you guys know where I stand on this. When it comes to the Democratic Party, they are wholly owned by Wall Street and Silicon Valley. The GOP, very similar in that regard, but more so by the evangelical right. And this is no more clear than the sheer hypocrisy of this sham of a political party that claims to be the moral majority. Bullshit. Chris Ziegler, the husband.
So she's on this. What is she on the school board?
She's on the school board in Sarasota County.
Okay.
And she is, again, she's anti-woke and all that,
right,
but founded Moms for Liberty.
Right. Okay. See, originally I thought they were trying to take her off the board of that. I'm like, why do we care if she's not on the board?
So here's the person who's trying to tell you how you should live your life and that the kids have to be protected and you shouldn't have sex and this and that.
But isn't this the same as like Lauren Boebert giving a hand job in a theater?
No, I wouldn't compare the two. I would say that this is totally different because this woman literally is on a political crusade and her husband is the head of the Florida GOP and he wants a $2 million payout to get out of the chair position in the Florida GOP. So he wants a severance package, even though he is completely destroying the the Republican Party of Florida in terms of their notoriety as it stands right now. Is it going to?
It doesn't matter, though. That's
well, as bad as the Florida Democratic Party is, it probably won't. But nevertheless,
that's the problem. There's no alternative. But I think, like, to me, this stuff just writes itself. When I see somebody crusading on some sort of moral high ground, I know
something's going on,
that they're doing some shit. There is some shady shit going on there, because the truth is that people that are really content with themselves aren't concerned with what other people are doing in the privacy of their own home.
That's why Carlos Guillermo Smith is like, these people are so pathetic, and they are.
Right. So when you're really concerning yourself with what other people are doing, it's generally a projection of what you're doing.
And you know what I do think, and this is just my opinion based on what I've read from this entire story. This lady is one of two things. Either she is capitulating to her husband, who is completely misogynistic and controlling of her whim, which is possible. And then there's the other theory, which is she's actually a lesbian. And she hates herself. And that's why she's in a group called Moms for Liberty, because every projection is a confession.
Yes, but I don't want to then say that she's like a lesbian. That's irrelevant.
I'm saying that the reason she crusades the way that she does is because of how she
just enjoys an alternative lifestyle. I don't know, but I'm not labeling.
But that's why I think
preferences.
But I still think that that's part of why she goes out there and does.
Well, yes, that's what I'm saying. People that have their own weird shit are always the first people to be telling other people what to do.
You shouldn't do this.
Well, I look at a lot of people in Congress, and I always think that person's one bathroom stall away from a serious scandal.
And this is the other thing that you have to keep in mind.
And then that's a whole other story.
Whether that's true or not, when you're talking about this type of political power in a very powerful state when it comes to electoral politics, hey, marriages come and go, man. I mean, this could easily.
The three-way thing, like, doesn't faze me in the least. Like, I couldn't care less. Now, if it's one of those things where, like, he's forcing her to do shit, or who knows, I honestly, whatever, that's between them and them. I really don't care. The rape situation is an entirely different animal. That's a whole different thing. And so I don't know about that.
And one thing that is very possible, I don't know how prevalent it still is in conservative culture, but there are a lot of people, a lot of men in particular, who believe that you can't rape your wife. Like, that's not
up until it was only in like the 80s. It was the early 80s. Yeah. I forget exactly when, where that became illegal. I'm losing my picture. There we go.
No, now you're messing with it.
No, because I can't get it behind the other side.
All right,
it's fine for right now.
Yes.
We're gonna, if you guys have, pets that have crossed the Rainbow Bridge, and you send me a picture, I'll put it on the wall.
Travers, you'd be surprised what a lot of people will do to not live their truth. Sam, what do you think? I want to know what Sam thinks about this story.
About which story?
I can in the primary that would occur. Sam, I don't know how to break this to you, but Florida's not having a primary.
She's a lesbian. How is she a mom? Seriously, Travers?
Come on, man. But what I will well, I do think that RFK is going to be a very interesting. Oh, okay. So here is somebody who I absolutely trust their opinion. 100%.
Especially about queens.
Yes. If there is somebody whose opinion I trust, it's this one. So if what you're telling me is that it's basically a marriage of convenience, which is certainly possible, then you get what you get.
But who's the queen and who's the beard?
Ooh, that's the question.
That's the question.
That remains to be seen.
It could be both.
It could be both.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.